Good morning. Hello. Happy Friday. What's going on, guys? It's a little gloomy and a little cold, and I know that. Ooh, did we miss it? I'm here. Good morning. There's a bad lag. It's a little gloomy and cold here on this Friday morning. I know you East Coasters are not doing so hot in your polar vortex, so snuggle up. We are going to talk about mindset around your art business and what we need to be doing to make that better. Oops, let me make that quiet. First things first, guys. I know we're in the middle of a really strange time in human history, and a lot of people are struggling with just being alive right now because of lockdowns and anxiety issues and a lot of that stuff. Okay, so first things first, I need you to start journaling. As much as you might think this is silly, hippy dippy, whatever, you need to do it. I started journaling on March 31st, and that was what, 38 days ago. Guys, I've made more money in the last 38 days and accomplished more in the last 2 months of being in lockdown than I had in the last like 5 years of my life. No joke. Okay. So I know that it's hard, whatever you might be doing, but we need to just be, we need to try. We need to try to use this time to think about our lives and think about what we could be doing better. I mean, I think this lockdown, this virus has really shown us all how short life is and that maybe there's things that aren't working. Okay, so please start journaling. And number two, I need you to read this book. This is called You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. This book will change your life. I need you to read it right away if you haven't started. If you are in a situation where you believe that you cannot afford to buy yourself a book right now, that's even more reason that you need to be reading this book. Okay. This book will change your whole life. I don't care how you get it. If you get a used copy, new copy on Amazon, you get an Audible book, whatever you need to do. I like hard copies. Write notes in there, highlight it, whatever you got to do. Guys, this is fun to read. This is not homework. You will blast through this book and it will make you realize things about yourself. The garbage truck is here. It will make you realize things about yourself that you never knew. Okay, so once again, You Are a Badass at Making Money by Jen Sincero. This is your homework. This is extremely important. So, journaling and Jen Sincero. Huge pieces of helpful things in your life. All right. So, a lot of what the problem is as artists is that we need to change our relationship with money, especially when it comes to art. We were all taught that artists are starving artists and that we're never going to make any money with our art. And yet, for some reason, we all still became artists. Isn't that interesting? We followed our hearts instead of what everybody else said. We went to college for art when people told us, I don't know why you want to spend money on that. Even us, we feel like, hey, why did I spend money on that since it was so expensive and that debt is never going away? Or maybe some of us didn't go to college but still make art and people are still trying to tell us, why don't you get a real job or any of that? So we need to change our relationship with money and our career, okay? There are many, many, many living artists in the world who make a damn fine living with art. Okay, so it is possible, and it is up to us to change that stereotype. And it all comes from here. It all comes from here. Who's here? Say hi. Say hello. Okay, another thing about money and art, guys, being in sales is your friend. Alex Knaus, who's in this group, posted an article yesterday, and I shared it on my personal page about 7 reasons you need to be nicer to a salesperson. I need you guys to get comfortable with the idea that you are in sales. You sell art. That's what you do. Hi, Janine. So, as much as you might feel like sales is a sleazy term, or it's not a good living, like it's a yucky way to make a living, or anything like that, I need you to get over that right now. Many of the people in the world, many of your neighbors, lots of your family members, they're all in sales. And you are in sales because guess what? If all you do is produce art, but you never use any sort of sales tactics to make money with your product, you produce a product. Your product is art. If you don't have a sales team to sell it, then what's the point? Okay. Then you don't have a career, you have a hobby. Okay. So you are your sales team. And if you haven't already had any sales experience, then I highly suggest getting onto YouTube or something like that and picking up some just sales training videos. Okay. If you need help with that, please reach out to myself or maybe Alex Knaus. She has been in sales for probably almost a decade now, something like 8 or 9 years. And I've been in sales since 2015. So we have some good resources for you. Okay. So sales is your friend. It is not your foe. It is not sleazy. You can sell in a way that makes people love you and not feel like you're taking advantage of them or you're being sleazy. Guys, I sold cars. Okay. And I was not a sleazy used car saleswoman. Okay. I was a very honest and hardworking car saleswoman. Okay. And I did fine with that. One other thing we need to think about with our mindset and our money is that the right customer, the right client will pay all of the money that we know that we deserve for our art. Okay. So we need to start attracting the right clients and the right customers. So the way to do that is, first of all, make art that speaks to you and that speaks to the people that you want to sell to. Don't make art just because you're trying to appeal to, whatever clientele you think is going to be at this upcoming show. Okay. Make art that is yours and present it in a way that attracts the people that you want to attract. Okay. So, for instance, maybe your stuff and maybe you resonate really well with art festivals, or I know there's one person in here who shows at like Comic-Con. Okay, that makes sense. It probably wouldn't make sense for that same person to put their art up in a lawyer's office or something like that. So you need to really think about who you're marketing to. Okay, who is your ideal audience that would love, 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 love your stuff and would pay high ticket for it? So that is who you need to be marketing to. You need to think about your audience all the time. But you need to make the art from here and then realize who it fits. That's who you market to. That's your ideal audience. Okay. So that's a lot about money. Okay. So that's a lot about our mindset around money. I'm telling you guys, you have to read this book. You have to read this book. Okay. Let's talk about our mindset around our time. A lot of us feel like we don't have time. Like, oh my God, I have all this other stuff to do. I have to clean the house. I have to go to work. I have to, take care of my kids, take care of my animals. I have to, whatever. I have to help my family member with this, or that. Okay. Especially right now when some of us either aren't working or are working from home or anything like that. Your time is yours. Okay. You decide how your time is spent. But they are both very different, Janine. So you can market those two separately, literally. You could you could be posting one body of work in, like a hippy dippy group where your art's all swirly and abstract and crazy. And then you could be marketing a different body of work. And again, maybe it's just a series, a small couple, 2-3 pieces, whatever, into places where lawyers hang out, you can do that. So really think about who this piece appeals to and then find those people. Okay. Facebook is an amazing place, guys. You can literally type a word, a phrase, anything into that search bar, and then you can hit people or groups or pages. And then you can literally find these types of people that match whatever search description you just used. Type in lawyer, type in hippie, type in hair salon, type in salon owner. Whoever you think that this piece or pieces would attract to, those are the people you need to be marketing it to, because those are the people who are going to pay you money for it. Okay. Okay. Time will contract or expand in both good and bad ways if you let it. Okay. So we're artists. We know that we procrastinate. We have trouble staying on track. We have inspiration and then we don't because we're like a wilted little flower because it's gray outside. You need to know this about yourself and you need to plan for it. Okay. So a day is a day long. A day is as long as you make it. All right. So I, during lockdown, started getting up at 6 a.m. because my kid doesn't wake up until about 8 a.m. So that gives me 2 hours times 7, guys, because we're artists, face it, and entrepreneurs. We work every day. And we're mothers and things like that. We work every day. There's no weekend. Plus the weekend doesn't even matter right now. 2 hours a day to myself. Okay. Then I usually go to bed with my kid around 8:30, 9:30. Okay. So I get enough sleep. And that's important too. But those 2 hours a day have made all of the difference in my life. Okay. You are in charge of your time and your day. Yes, you have children, but it's important that you are making the time for yourself to get these things done, because guess what? Before you know it, we're going to be 35, 40 years old. We're still going to be working jobs we hate, and we're not going to have anything to show for it. Okay. We're not going to have any money for retirement. We're not going to have money to send our kids to college. These are the types of things that have to get fixed now, not later. Okay. Plus, your kids will get used to your new schedule. If you tell them, if you explain these 2 hours are for mommy, okay? Yes, you have a newborn, they don't understand that. A 5-year-old does. You do this while mommy does this. Make it work for you. I know that all kids are different, all family is different. Use the time, okay? Make the time. Use time blocking. Okay, so in the morning, I do things like journaling, yoga, meditation, gratitude practice. Okay, I write down 10 things I'm grateful for. And then I move into the other parts of my day, like my kid wakes up, I get her set up for the day. You know, here's your breakfast, here's something to do. I'll probably do the dishes real quick, do a couple of chores, and then I go back into my office and start working on the things that need to get done. Okay. And so from about 9 to noon, I work on things like messaging and getting out my, trying to think about how I'm going to sell the next batch or things like that. In the afternoon, I work on client fulfillment. Okay. And this could mean a lot of different things. Maybe you don't have any clients or customers right now or any running jobs or projects. Okay. Fine. You are going to utilize that time block to create, fulfill. Okay. That's your art block. Now, maybe you need to move your art block to the beginning of the day when the children are sleeping. Or maybe you need to, there's another book called The Miracle discussing something similar about carving out your time in the morning. That's what millionaires do. Exactly. Okay, so this chick right here, Jen Sincero, this is great because she's an author and she talks about how up until she was like 40 years old, she was the starving artist, the starving author. Then she fixed her life and now she's a millionaire. So this one particularly is really good because it's a creative that wrote it. So it resonated with me a lot and it's super fun to read. I blasted through this in like a few days. So buy yourself the book. Do not pretend that you don't have $13 for a book. Okay, find the $13. And I'm not just talking to you ladies. I'm talking to, everybody who is eventually going to watch this. Time blocking, very important. Do it in a way that works for you. And then guess what? Your day is going to end at whatever time that is, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever you decide, your workday ends. Boom, done. No more work. Now it is time for family, the rest of the chores, dinner, friends, other things than work. You cannot work 24/7. It does not work. You will burn out. It is no fun. Entrepreneurship will suck the life out of you if you let it. Okay. The other thing is that you decide if you have time or want to participate in upcoming shows. Do you have time to do the Elmwood Art Festival this year? I talked about, I have upcoming vacations. Okay, great. So I'm planning my projects around my vacations because guess what? Those vacations are important to me. Okay. They're not extravagant, lavish vacations. No, I'm just going home to see my parents and my friends. Okay. But they're important. Okay. So I am not going to be tied to my computer the whole time. So I'm going to plan my projects around those. So you plan your work around your life, around your family, around your vacations, and your other projects. But that is not to say that you don't prioritize your work, okay? They are equal, okay? So that is some mindset work around your time. I hope you guys are taking notes. Please take notes. And if you guys have further questions about any of this, just drop me a message. Okay, here's a big one. Am I good enough? Am I good enough to be an artist? Would anybody ever pay me for my art? Would anybody ever, am I ever going to get that museum show? Am I ever going to have that huge gallery show, that dream show? Am I good enough for the things that I desire? Okay, there's a lot to unpack here, and this is where journaling comes in big time, guys. Okay, so I'm going to give you some journaling prompts here. So please write these down, and then later or tomorrow morning or whenever you decide your journaling time is, I need you to work through these. Okay, so I need you to understand that there is no competition. You are the best artist that you can be. Okay, you do not need to compare yourself to the artist next door in the booth next door, okay, that also is a photographer, that also is a painter. It does not matter. They are not on the same plane as you, okay? They're not on the same journey as you. They might be farther along in their journey, farther back in their journey. They are not your competition. Especially as artists, guys, we are so unique. There is enough room in the world for all of us, okay? You do not need to compare yourself on Facebook. What's this person doing? What's that person doing? Oh man, that guy got another mural. No. So, can I speak to being scared of success? Yes, I can. I'm going to get there in a second. So it doesn't matter what someone else is doing, because it only matters what you are doing. Are you satisfied, or do you want more? Okay, if you want more, go get it. Go get it. Okay, the only person that is holding you back is you. No one else anywhere has been like, oh, nope, I'm going to push you under my thumb and tell you that you cannot do X, Y, and Z. No one is doing that to you. And if somebody walked into your house right now and said, Andrea, you are never going to have a museum show. You suck at art, and I think that you smell. Do you know what I'd say to them? Guess what? Get the fuck out. All right? Punch them in the throat. Get out. Okay? That right there is your fear. Okay? Give it a name. Call it Aunt Helen or whatever the frig, somebody you can't freaking stand. Okay? Just every time that fear talks to you, give it a name, punch it in the throat, tell it to get the fuck out. Okay? So, no, we are not dealing with that kind of shit anymore. Can you speak to being scared of success? Okay, scared of succeeding. Elaborate a little bit, Janine. Are you scared to succeed because you will change? Like maybe you'll leave some people behind that have been there the whole time that maybe aren't going to progress to that next level with you? Or are you afraid of success in the way that you mean that it's too hard to get? And I'll give you a minute to respond here because I have a bad lag. The thing about being scared of success is, are you scared of success or are you scared of failure? Being scared of failure is counterintuitive. Failure is our friend. Okay, failure is the only way we learn. All right, and the only way to continue to grow is to try new things. You have to get comfortable. I want you to write this down. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay, you have to try new things, because how on earth are you going to grow if you don't? Okay, now being scared of failure is that's what I feel like most of us have. Well, what if I try and I fail? Okay, great. Then you learned. You learned something. Okay. So there you go, Janine. Yes, failure, I suppose. So being afraid of failure it's not a thing. It's not a thing because you have to try. What's stopping you from trying? What would be so bad if you tried something and it didn't work out? I'm scared of not being good enough. Good enough at what? Compared to who? Compared to you? Is it you you're comparing yourself to? Okay, level yourself up. All right. There's no reason to be scared of failure because failure is exactly what you need to push yourself to do better. Okay. I'm going to move on a little bit. You can keep typing stuff. Okay. So again, there is no competition. Stop comparing yourself to somebody else. Stop comparing yourself to where you were a year ago. Do compare yourself to where you want to be in 10 years. Are you doing the things today that correlate with where you want to be in 10 years? If you're not, then guess what? You're never going to get there. You're never going to get there. Okay. I need you to start journaling. This is a journal prompt, okay? Write this down. I deserve good things in my life because I work hard for them. Okay. I need you to write about this. Okay. You deserve all of the things that you desire because you're going to bust ass for them. And you're going to start now. Here's another journaling prompt. Okay. And this is going to help you guys realize that you are good enough. Okay. I need you to write down all of the things you've ever accomplished in your life. And I'm going way back, high school. Go back to high school. Go back to the first thing that ever made you feel good about yourself. Okay. Everything about your life. Okay. Did you buy a house? Did you travel? Did you make babies? Did you win an award? Did you win a trophy? Were you the best tuba player? Were you the best person in chorus? Were you on honor roll? I need you to journal about the accomplishment that you can even make art at all. Guess what? Most of the world can't, or they believe that they can't. You at least believe that you can make art. Okay? That right there is an accomplishment. Have you ever saved a life? Taught someone something through your art? Taught somebody how to make art? You ever buy a car? Sell a car? All of these things. I want you to write down a huge page-long list of every accomplishment you've ever made, okay? Because that right there is going to show you that you are a badass and that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Okay. Every time you've ever been like, shit, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation. Like, I feel trapped in a corner right now. Guess what? You figured it out, didn't you? You figured out how to make the rent that month or how to get your car fixed when it was broken down in college. You fixed it yourself. You learned how to fix a car. These are the types of things like you will always figure it out, and you need to know and be confident in the fact that you will always figure it out. This is good stuff, guys. Journal about that. Okay. When was all the times that you were like, oh man, I do not know how the hell I'm going to do this, but you did it. Okay. We're going to move on to the next topic. So here's, our mindset about how you need to get more clients. Okay. Write this down. Write it down. Okay. There's 3 things you need to do every day to get more clients. Number 1, These are non-negotiable, guys. You have to get this done in the morning, like right after your journaling. Well, it's kind of an all-day thing, but some of them are non-negotiable. Number one, visibility. You have to grow your audience. Now, I think I did a training on this in the group a little bit ago. Guys, Facebook is a powerful tool. So is Instagram. There's other, you can get social on Etsy. You can get social on Tumblr, wherever you are. You need to build your audience, okay? Now, this doesn't mean like creepily messaging people, hey, look at my art. No. But you need to find art groups, join them, and then just start posting casually, okay? And then once you're in a new group, because it does take a couple days for the admin to add you, you can go into a group and click on members and then just start going down the list, guys. Click on a profile, look at it quickly. I'm talking like less than 10 seconds. Look at the person, see if you feel any sort of like, oh, that person seems cool. Friend request. Okay? I want you to friend request at least 10 people a day, okay, to start, okay? Join 3 groups today, join 3 groups tomorrow, and then you need to be doing this every day. And I know a lot of you may think that this sounds gross. Well, guess what? This is how you build your audience, especially in a time when we can't leave the house, okay? Some people might message you back being like, hey, do I know you? And you can just be like, no, we haven't met, but I just saw your profile and I thought you seemed cool. And, if you feel free to, deny their friend request if it makes you feel uncomfortable. But other than that, hi. And just go from there, guys. You'd be surprised. A lot of people will just accept the friend request. This builds your network in order to eventually sell to them. Okay. You can ask them to like your business page, not right away. Don't be creepy, guys. You're building organic relationships with people who you may actually meet in the real world one day if they happen to be local to you. Okay. So it's just a friend request. It's not a big deal. Don't make it a big deal. Okay. 10 to 20 a day to start. Okay. Some people I know are doing, 20 to 30 a day. And that's how they make 50 grand a month. Okay. So that was number 1, visibility. Number 2, selling. You have to sell every day. Okay. Some of us have selling techniques. Some of us don't. Like I said, Alex, I called you out. If people need selling techniques, please help them out. Give them a couple tips. So there needs to be a call to action. You guys have seen me posting, okay? I have those Starscapes for sale right now, okay? There's a call to action. It says click here, and it takes them to the page where they can buy something, okay? There has to be a call to action in your sales post, okay? If there's no call to action, people don't know what to do, and they go, cool, and then they do nothing, okay? Selling is an active thing. You have to do it every day, okay? People aren't going to do it for you. The stuff isn't going to sell itself. You could throw it all up on a website. It's just going to sit there. You have to promote. You have to promote it yourself. You are the sales team, okay? So that's number 2, sales. Number 3, fulfillment, client needs, okay? So maybe you have a commission you're doing right now, a mural, a drawing, whatever it is. For me, like I had a restoration job that I was working on this past month. Okay. So I have to time block in the day to fulfill my clients' and customers' needs. Okay. Or like maybe I had a bunch of orders come in and I have to get those processed so that they can actually get printed and shipped. Okay. So that's client fulfillment. Okay. And that needs to be part of your work day. Okay. Time blocking, guys, time blocking. Hope you're writing this down. Visibility, selling, fulfillment. Those are your 3 money-making tasks every day. These are non-negotiable. Now, you don't have any clients or customers? Okay, make more friggin' art. Got it? That's your fulfillment. All right, guys, a whole lot about this is that you need to do these things fast. Big, massive, messy action. Done is better than perfect. I'm looking at the camera here. Get the sales page up. Don't worry that it's not perfect. You can always fix it later, okay? If it's not up, they can't buy it, okay? Big, massive, messy action every day. Every day you have to do something for your business, okay? And it can't be scrolling Facebook going, ooh, no. So that visibility part where you're like, I have to find these people to build my network. Keep that short, guys. Keep that to, 10, 15 minutes. You can do 10 friend requests in 10 minutes. Yes, you can. Do not scroll social media all day and pretend that you were working. It's not good. So big, massive, hairy action that's messy and not perfect. That's what gets you ahead. Okay. Fix the details later. Like, for instance, I built that mini course, okay? And I had an idea, I executed the idea, and then I was like, well, crap, I could teach somebody else how to do that. And I built that mini course within days, okay? It is not perfect, but it's done, and it gets my point across. It can teach somebody how to build, how to do a virtual art show. Okay. So remember, guys, for those of you that are having trouble pulling money out of your audience right now, you have that resource available to you. Guys, that's only $37. Okay. If you need that, message me. I'll give you the link. It's available. Let me pull up the other questions you guys had in here so that I can answer them. Let's see. Starting from the bottom, Charlene, I know you're in a really hard place right now, that you literally are barred from selling. So you need to take this time to make art like you've already been doing and plan out all of your back end stuff, okay? You can get a sales page built. You can pick a platform, you can get all that done and just have it ready so that as soon as you hit the States, you're good and you can just start selling, okay? You can be doing lead generation at this time. You can just be building buzz around your art and just say, you know what? The release date is October 10th. That's what you could be doing right now. That's exactly what you could be doing right now, is building buzz and visibility around your art, around you, around your body of work, and just say it's not available yet, but it will be. So that was Charlene. Janine is having trouble. Well, Nichelle and Janine are talking about this. So the consistency, guys, this comes into your time blocking, okay? Even if you are totally not feeling like making art that day, just go into that space. Go be in that space. Even if you're just like, I don't feel like it, so I'm just going to clean my studio today. Like, just be in there. Something might actually happen, okay? So you need to realize, you know what else helps me? Deadlines. I know I have a show coming. I have to produce. Make the deadline. Just make the deadline. I produce way better under pressure. Nichelle, consistency and a little bit of morale. Let me let the dog out. Hold on. It feels like it might snow here today too. It looks crappy out. Nichelle, consistency, time blocking. morale. Journaling. You need to journal through these feelings, okay? To be successful in the way I'm trying to do it, digital art commissions, online visibility, okay? Get those new clients and customers through growing your visibility through whichever platforms you need to do. If it's Instagram, make sure you're using hashtags that are appropriate to the piece, but will also bring in new audiences. Okay. Here's a good one: art collector. Hashtag art collector. It takes time to build up a fan base. You can build your fan base pretty quickly. Okay. With this method that I'm talking about, with this visibility growth. Okay. To spend the right amount of money on your art, the right client. Okay, guys, get it in front of the right people. You know, Nichelle's work, it's a lot of comic book looking stuff, dark and creepy, and I love it. What types of people like that? Maybe there's specific bands they're into. Okay, find those people. Try out that search bar in Facebook, guys. It's powerful. Slow growth rate, visibility practice every day. Creativity comes in bursts. Just get into that studio. Very productive periods, long stretches of inactivity. This is something that you've got to just build the habit. Build the habit every day. Build the daily schedule. Build the habit. Artists struggle, yes. Overcome the inspiration and the discipline. It's up to you guys, okay? You are in charge of your discipline, and building that habit will create the space for the inspiration, okay? Hiding your art. Journal about this. Why do you hide? Why do you hide? Because your art, first of all, is amazing. Secondly, you made it to get something out of you, okay? But why did you need it out of you if it wasn't to communicate with the rest of the world? Art is about communication. If you hide it in the closet, then you haven't communicated, have you? And your message might be so personal that it hurts to get it up on the wall. But guess what? That same pain that you're trying to get out of you is going to help somebody else. You are doing the world a disservice by not showing your art. Let's see what else. Mindset. So I hope we've been covering mindset stuff, and I hope this was really helpful. How to ship my art in a safe and inexpensive way. Guys, if you're set up as a legitimate business, you may want to look into business resources from UPS or FedEx or even USPS. Package the shit out of your art. Do not skimp on your packaging materials. Your packaging materials, go to Uline, letter U, line.com, and that is some cheap shipping materials. Deciding what's the best path for me, what'll make the most profit. Profit. Okay, we know that you have to price your work so that it covers your costs and your time. What type of art will produce, what type of art do you like to make that can be produced quickly, easily, and cheaply, and then sold for a lot? Okay, guys, you're in business. Don't forget about business economics, all right? Keep your costs as low as possible without sacrificing quality, and keep your time in check, and then sell that shit for as much as you can. And if you need some help with pricing, let me know. We could always look at a piece and try to figure out what a good price for it would be. Myself, Tasha, myself, I took a short break and finding motivation and making time. Tasha, I took a 5-year break to raise my daughter and it sucked. I was miserable and I'm extremely glad to be back at it. So think about that. Would you rather make art or not make art? Getting my art seen and into homes. Not to mention my studio has been shut down. Okay, Jason, you have the mini course available to you. It's $37 on how to do a virtual art show. You can pull money out of your audience right now. Okay. I know you have work that's already made, so you could potentially do a show within 2 to 3 weeks. So message me if you need that. And if you think that you don't have $37, guess what? You sell one piece, you made your $37 back. Getting my brain to see and think and feel artistically again. Jeremy, it's hard sometimes when you've had sort of a lot of either mental or physical or emotional stagnation, and to get back into thinking creatively. I would suggest reading some of your favorite books, like literally just fiction stories, or books about art. And that's usually how I get back into thinking creatively. Is I use a different type of medium to do that, or like music. If I haven't been listening to enough music, I start to wither and I can't think creatively anymore. But it has to be like new music or something I haven't heard in a really long time. So you have to jog your brain using some other medium of art. Let's see what else we've got. Not knowing where the best place to invest my time, it gets a little overwhelming sometimes. Macy has been doing really well. Macy has had 2 shows this week. So massive action, guys. As of like a week ago, Macy was like, I'm really down. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I'm really down. I can't really do a lot right now. And, I need this money. Okay, great. She went and got it. She went and got it, guys. Macy's making it happen. Go Macy. So guys, you have it all in you. It's here. It's here. All you need to do is pull it out. Pull it out. And, I'm here to help you with that. Big, massive, messy action, journaling. Get the book by Jen Sincero. Make sure you're getting visible every day. Make sure you're selling every day. Even if you can't sell right now, build that buzz. Pick a release date. Build that buzz up until that point. And then once that drops, people are going to want it. People are going to pay for it. Go back through all of my marketing materials from my show. Look at all that. I mean, guys, I had no trouble whatsoever selling that stuff at all. It's all about having cheerleaders that will, I was speaking to my ideal market that I knew would pay good money for my art. I also want to tell you guys, if you need help, like if you think that these little trainings just aren't enough for you, I have one-on-one coaching spots available to you. So please message me for more information about that. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, I haven't even been looking at this. Woo, let's see. Let's go back through these comments. Scared of failure. I have been successful and just walk away over and over. Janine, I did play the tuba for a long time. Janine, I've noticed that about you over the years. You'll show up consistently for a while and then you'll just disappear. And my question to you is, wouldn't it be a lot more awesome if your audience always knew where to find you so that they could always buy from you? Wouldn't that be a lot more? That would create that consistency. That would get you out of, needing to do any other type of work in your whole life. Should I do that through my personal Facebook or my business page? Guys, guess what? If you haven't noticed, I've been using my personal page for everything because the algorithm prefers personal. Now, here's the thing. If you do way too much business stuff on your personal page, you might actually get reported. So I haven't had any trouble with this, but some people have said that and whatever. So you can keep it sort of more lighthearted on your personal page. And then what you do is you either share to your business page or take the exact same thing and just post it to your business page. And that's where you can do like your really, really hard sell. But guess what? You have a shit ton more friends than you do fans. So all you got to do is make those friends your fans. Okay. So yeah, use your personal page. Alex, good question. Where is your page? Maybe post it on your personal page so people can find it easier. Yes, if you haven't updated your profile to show where you work, that you own a business, you need to do that. Here's a little secret. You can get free boxes from the USPS website. Yes. I even got Do Not Bend stickers also for free. I watched a video on YouTube. I can't find it. But he placed print in a box, kept flat to protect. Then he used another box to ship. Only need to pay for shipping. Okay. Girl, I am trying. I am the problem. You are your own problem. Get out of your own damn way. Get out of your way. Janine, if you could help all the rest of us out with that shipping information and like drop it in this group for us, I would be forever grateful to you. That would be fantastic. So, yes, I am super excited for all of you because I know that you want to make these changes for yourself and you're capable of doing it. So I'm going to sign off for today, and I hope this was really, really helpful. If you guys have more questions or thoughts, I hope that I answered a lot of what was going on here with these pain points that you guys dropped in here. So I'm going to go. I love you guys, and I hope everybody's doing okay. I know that, life is not always peachy keen, but it's up to us to really design our life in a way that makes it peachy keen every day. On it. Thank you. So I love you. I'm going to go. Check you later. Bye.